What's going on, guys? It's Red Bull Tanker, and welcome back to another playthrough of my sort of little modified Axis and Allies 1914. Before I begin, I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. For those of you living in the States, Thanksgiving was yesterday, so I hope you all had a turkey-filled, stuffing-filled Thanksgiving and enjoyed the football and time with your family. So, again, just a brief introduction. And I will even go back over stuff that's going to some of the stuff. So, compared to original Axis and Allies 1914, game is going to be a little bit different. Instead of each turn representing 1 year, it's going to represent a 6-month period. We are starting back. So the last game was 9 turns. This game is going to be 10 turns. Turn 1 is actually going to begin before the war. So February to July 1914, and then the war begins in August 1914, so turn 2. But so in turn 1, everyone will be at, all the warring nations will be at half their IPC value, and get to do 1 round of purchasing and sort of 1 round of maneuvering. Really, the only 2 nations that won't really do that are Italy and obviously the United States. But for the most part, like for the rest of this, it's all peacetime. So everyone gets sort of a free round of purchasing and maneuvering before we actually kick off the war in turn 2. So going back into some of the rules from last game that we're playing with again. So once again, obviously we are playing with factories, major and minor factories. The United States is not starting with half its income. It is starting with 3 IP. Well, actually, I think in this, because we're backing off a year, we'll even back it down just a little bit more. No, we'll leave it. So the U.S. will start out with 3, and they, at the end of each of the U.S. turn, before they go to war, they will roll a dice, a d6, and whatever that result is how much they go up on the income chart until they get to 20 IPC, their wartime economy. Things that can also add or subtract to the U.S. economy. Things that can add to it. It'll go up 1 if the Central Powers attack a strict neutral, so like Holland or Greece. Stuff like that. The U.S. income will go up +1. The U.S. income will go up +5 if Paris falls, +10 if London falls. It can be subtracted by 1 if the Allies were to attack somewhere like Greece, Ethiopia, Spain, any of the strict neutrals. Italy, like I said, same thing with Italy. On turn 2 for France, we'll roll a dice for Italy. It'll be a d6. On a 1 or 2, Italy will actually join the Central Powers, which will give the U.S. A +4 to their IPC if Italy joins the Central Powers. 3 to 5, Italy will stay neutral for another turn. And then 6 to 12, it will join the Allies. All right, and then a couple other things that I am switching up or adding to in this game. So, those mandatory offensives that I was doing in the last game, I am only going to make those for the 2 turns that cover the year 1916. So, those will be turns 5 and 6 now. And the penalty for not launching a mandatory offensive will be 8 IPC. Also, for the French mutinies, the French mutiny, whatever the result, will actually fully paralyze France in Europe for the turn. It won't paralyze France in Africa, or if they have units outside of Africa or outside of mainland Europe. So the mutinies will only affect here. And then let's see here. That's pretty much it. So those are all the rules that I'm playing with this time around. Again, still doing the Russian Revolution. We're on turn. Okay, so the turn that would cover October 1917 would be turn 8. Right? No. Yes, turn 8. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, sorry. Turn 8. So on turn 8, we'll roll a d6. On a 2 or higher, the Russian Revolution is successful. On a 1, the Russians stay in the game. And as we all saw last game, like that really hurt the Allies when that happened. Or that really hurt the Central Powers when that happened, because Russia staying in, Russia was able to just really hound the Central Powers to keep them from focusing on the West here and the British coming up from the South. So there will be that. And then what else was I going to do? I think that was it. Yes. Okay, so for this game, I've decided that I'm going to split the videos in half. Or there are 8 nations. So number 4 in the turn order is the French Empire. So I will be doing videos for France, and then as always I'll be doing a video for the United States, just so that way we can wrap it all up, do the U.S. roll, and then also do a couple others. Oh, one other U.S. roll I forgot. So on turn 2, the U.S. will roll a dice for the Lusitania. If the U.S. rolls a 1, the U.S. can join the war early and will get automatically boosted to their 20 IPC if that were so to happen. But so yeah, France and the United States, and I hope you guys will join us and keep watching, and we will see you guys France turn 1. So until then, guys, as always, take care.